India is boosting alliances in the Middle East with the visit of Bahrain Foreign Minister to New Delhi. Bahrain hailed its ties with Bharat, which go back at least 5,000 years to the Indus Valley civilization. Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar met his Bahraini counterpart Dr. Abdul Latif Al-Zayani at the 5th India-Bahrain High Joint Commission meeting in New Delhi to take forward their cooperation in key sectors including maritime security, defense, trade and emerging technologies. At the meeting, Bahrain's foreign minister hailed his country's historic ties with India, saying, Bahrain and India established diplomatic relations over 50 years ago in 1971. Our rich historical ties extend back nearly 5,000 years, rooted in trade and cultural exchange between the ancient civilizations of the Dilmun and the Indus Valley. Today, these economic ties remain central to our relationship, unquote. Indus Valley civilization or the Indus-Saraswati civilization's earliest settlements go back to 7,000 years. It has close links to Bharat's Hindu religion with common traits existing today such as worship of the mother goddess, use of prayer symbols as well as the discovery of the Pashupati seal which is linked to the Hindu god of Shiva, among other similarities. Today, the world's oldest continuous civilization, India, continues its rise to become a 21st century superpower, and it sees West Asia as a key partner.
India and Bahrain share centuries-old ties of friendship.
While speaking on historic ties, India's External Affairs Minister Jaishankar agreed. India and Bahrain share centuries-old ties of friendship underpinned by trade linkages and strong people-to-people ties. Jaishankar also hailed India's participation in the combined maritime forces headquartered in Manama and the visit by Indian naval warships to Bahrain in September, adding that this is a reflection of our shared commitment to regional security. Al-Zayani was quoted by news agency ANI saying, "We aspire to enhance greater connectivity between India and our broader region, a goal that is contingent on achieving lasting and sustainable peace in the Middle East. India is also Bahrain's most important trading partner." But what makes the India-Bahrain relationship even more important in the current geopolitical environment? This can be India's direct way to counter the growing Saudi-Pakistan alliance, especially since the latter recently signed a strategic mutual defense agreement. This Pakistan-Saudi pact could impact India's national interests not only in the Gulf region but also entire South Asia. We will elaborate on this a bit later. Jaishankar and Al-Zayani signed a joint statement condemning the Pahalgam attack in Kashmir on the 22nd of April and condemning all forms of terror. The two leaders agreed to work together to combat cross-border state-sponsored terror. Al-Zayani also urged all parties to exercise restraint and comply with the ceasefire regulations in Gaza, to which the Indian MEA reiterated India stands to bring a durable solution to the conflict in West Asia. The Bahrain FM stressed the Gaza peace plan is a unique opportunity to advance the region's vision of coexistence and mutual respect. Bilateral trade between India and Bahrain has increased to $1.6 billion in FY 24-25, and they have now agreed to speed up negotiations on the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement or CEPA and a bilateral investment treaty. Jaishankar also invited investors from Bahrain to explore new opportunities in fintech, renewable energy, logistics, ICT and healthcare. Jaishankar added, "The conclusion of a bilateral investment treaty and CEPA will further boost our economic ties. We welcome Bahraini investors to explore the opportunities offered by India's expanding economy," unquote. The two agreed and recognized Bahrain's sovereign wealth fund to increase bilateral investment cooperation with special focus on intelligence sharing, cybersecurity coordination, and capacity building to counter terror threats. A new MOU between Bahrain Space Agency and India's New Space India Limited is also underway. Additionally, India will introduce a new electronic visa system to boost tourism. Bahrain, meanwhile, has shown good faith by pardoning 248 Indians over the last 2 years. India-Bahrain bilateral relations began in 1971, right after Bahrain's independence. Since then, the two have shared multiple key engagements. These include the economic and technical cooperation in 1981, extradition treaty and mutual legal assistance in 2004, water resources development and management in 2015, resolve to combat terror in 2015, and more. They also have signed multiple pacts across sectors of renewable energy, healthcare, and culture. Bilateral ties further strengthened when India launched a $4.2 million project to redevelop the Sri Krishna temple in Manama, the capital of Bahrain. India also provided assistance to Bahrain during the pandemic by supplying medicines and medical equipment. India primarily exports fuels, oils, chemicals, metals of rare earth, nuts, cereals, and fruits to Bahrain, and in turn imports crude oils, mineral fuels, aluminium, fertilizers, iron and copper, and pulp from the Gulf nation. Now, aside from leveraging its national interest in the Gulf region, India's ties with Bahrain are crucial for diplomatic leverage within the Gulf Cooperation Council and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, or OIC, as Bahrain is a member of both the bodies. Positive and growing relations with Bahrain will help India find a voice in decision-making in the GCC and also balance Pakistan's fake agenda on Kashmir. Islamabad has often used bodies like the OIC to spread its misinformation campaign on Kashmir in international platforms. But do you believe India's ties with Bahrain are crucial? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.